Hello fellow painters, welcome back to my channel. Last year I did a tutorial how I use oil washes on a very cool looking Empire Captain from One Page Rules. The link to the tutorial I will paste somewhere here, so you can click on the link and check the video from last year by yourself. Today I'm gonna play also with oil washes, but in the red-orange color spectrum of the color wheel. So grab your paints, brushes, and let's start.
Using Vallejo White Ink mixed with airbrush thinner, I applied a Zenithal Highlight technique over a red-brown primer using my airbrush. By focusing on the red-orange spectrum, this method lays down a foundation for shadowing on the skin and fur, enhancing depth and texture in the final result. The contrast achieved between the highlighted areas and the base primer sets the stage for a dynamic and visually striking transformation. With my regular brush, I applied Army Painter Peachy Flesh mixed with a speed paint medium to all flesh areas of the miniature. The speed paint medium acted as a catalyst, facilitating smoother application and ensuring optimal coverage over the surface. This combination not only enhances the flow of the paint, but also lays down a vibrant base for subsequent layers, bringing life to the miniature's flesh tones. For the fur areas, I utilized Army Painter Fire Drake mixed with speed paint medium, applying it with a regular brush. The speed paint medium was instrumental in ensuring a seamless flow of paint over the miniature surface, allowing for precise and even coverage. By employing this combination, I achieved rich and dynamic tones in the fur, adding depth and realism to the overall depiction. Utilizing Vallejo Pale Flesh with my airbrush, I painted light reflections onto all raised flesh areas of the miniature. This technique enhances the realism of the model by simulating the way light interacts with the skin, adding depth and dimension to its features. The airbrush application ensures a smooth and controlled distribution of color, resulting in a subtle yet impactful enhancement to the overall appearance. With my regular brush, I applied Army Painter Poppy Red as the primary color onto the clothing elements of the miniature. This bold choice adds a vibrant contrast to the overall composition, drawing attention to the character's attire. By focusing on precision and coverage, I ensured that the clothing elements stand out prominently, contributing to the character's dynamic presence. Using a regular brush, I applied Army Painter Fire Giant Orange to the top part of the miniature's clothes. This strategic color placement creates depth and visual interest, highlighting the contours and adding a dynamic element to the attire. The bold hue of Fire Giant Orange enhances the overall vibrancy of the clothes, further accentuating the character's distinct style and presence. With the regular brush, I carefully painted Army Painter Pallid Bone onto the bandages adorning the miniature. This choice not only contrasts nicely with the surrounding colors, but also adds a sense of authenticity to the character's attire. By focusing on precise application and ensuring full coverage, the bandages now stand out as intricate details, contributing to the overall realism of the miniature. After the color dried, I highlighted these areas with some bone white. Using the airbrush, I sprayed peach rosa onto the raised elements of the clothing, aiming to achieve a worn out and dusty appearance. This technique adds subtle texture and realism to the fabric, evoking a sense of weathering and age. By carefully controlling the airbrush, I ensured that the effect is applied selectively, enhancing the character's rugged look while maintaining cohesion with the overall color scheme. With the airbrush, I employed Vallejo Beige to paint light reflections onto the four elements of the miniature. This technique adds dimensionality and realism to the fur texture, simulating how light interacts with each strand. By delicately applying the beige highlights, I achieved a subtle yet impactful enhancement, further elevating the overall appearance of the miniature. To create shadows and blend the colors seamlessly, I mixed Winsor & Newton, Ivory Black and Burnt Umber with Mineral Spirit to create a wash consistency. This mixture was then applied to all 4 elements of the miniature, enhancing depth and dimension while unifying the color scheme. By carefully controlling the application, I achieved a harmonious balance between light and shadow, elevating the overall realism and visual impact of the model. For the red elements of the clothes, I mixed Winsor & Newton Cadmium Red and Phthalo Blue with Mineral Spirit to create a purple wash. This mixture was carefully applied to these areas, creating shadows and seamlessly blending the colors together for a more cohesive look. Through precision application, I achieved a harmonious balance between light and shadow, enhancing the depth and realism of the clothes. To add depth and cohesion to the top cloth elements, I mixed Winsor & Newton burnt sienna with mineral spirit to create a orangey brown wash. This mixture was then applied strategically to these areas, creating shadows and blending the colors together seamlessly. By carefully controlling the application, I achieved a harmonious balance between light and shadow, enhancing the overall realism and visual impact of the miniature's attire. To enhance weathering effects and edge highlights on all cloth elements, I mixed Vallejo Sunny Skin Tone with Army Painter Poppy Red. This mixture was carefully applied to key areas, adding subtle nuances and depth to the attire. By focusing on precision and subtlety, I achieved a realistic, weathered look, adding character and texture to the miniature's clothes. To impart weathering effects and edge highlights on the fur elements, I blended Vallejo Sunny Skin Tone with Army Painter Fire Drake. With careful application, I enhanced the texture and depth of the fur, lending a realistic touch to the miniature. This meticulous process added dimensionality and character to the fur elements, contributing to the overall realism and visual appeal of the model.
I finished my werewolf with a very cool looking base as his home, so if you enjoyed the base, let me know in the comments down below. I will prepare something for you guys, very similar looking with another mini, but for now, if you enjoyed this tutorial, Don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week. Bye bye!